Hi friends, you are welcome to Sri Guru Raghavendra Banking Coaching Center. So under Mission SBI Clerk program, Mission SBI Clerk, then here we are discussing heads of the nations recently appointed. In a span of 10 months, 8 to 10 months, in different countries, then whoever appointed in an apex position, they may be president or prime minister, then we are going to discuss here. It's a 100% 1 mark guarantee question, possibility is there. Then this is considered under current affairs only, not static, it's current affairs one. Okay, I'm moving forward. The first one, yes, Alexander Lukashenko. Alexander Lukashenko is he's a longest serving leader in Europe in power since 1994. Since 1994 he is in power. Then Belarus, then we know is famous which is having capital Belarus. Capital is Minsk, and its currency is Belarusian ruble. So near to Russia, so like its currency is ruble. Russia's currency as well ruble. So then easily then we can remember. Alexander Lukashenko. So like these are appointments, certainly like simply then if they are in news, certainly then they ask question. Is importance speciality we have to remember. So re-elected 7th time as a president of Belarus. Re-elected 7th term, and at the same time he is the longest serving leader in Europe. Europe's longest serving leader. Which country? Belarus. Belarus capital Minsk, and Belarusian ruble is the currency. That is one. Moving to the next one. Nawaf Salam. He is recently appointed as a prime minister of Lebanon with the capital Beirut and currency Lebanese pound. So the prime minister of Lebanon 2025, he was nominated and became the prime minister. Appointment important here we have. Lebanon is a very famous Middle East country. Here we have Middle East country. Nawaf Salam, the Prime Minister of Lebanon 2025, he was nominated and became the Prime Minister. Lebanese pound is a currency, and in the previous part we discussed about this Belarus new president Alexander Lukashenko, and Nawaf Salam, Lebanon. And moving to the next one, Joseph Aoun, the president of Lebanon, elected president of Lebanon in January 2025, after the country had more than 2 years of presidential vacancy. So like then if you observe, here he is the person so here like we have to understand this Belarus, he is a Belarus president, and he is the person. Nawaf Salam is the prime minister of Lebanon, and here then he is a president of Lebanon, president of Lebanon. So elected president of Lebanon, the previous guy is a prime minister, Nawaf. He is the president of Lebanon in January 2025 after the country had more than 2 years of presidential vacancy. So anyways, like we know, Beirut is a capital city of Lebanon, and the Lebanese pound is a currency. So Lebanon is a Middle East nation, Middle East country. So this is about this Lebanon, and moving to the next one. Yeah, there is a chance to get asked this particular one. So Netumbo Nandi Daitwa. So Belarus anyways European country we have. This is the European country because European country, like which is near to Russia, I said. And Netumbo Nandi Daitwa. So all triple N we call a triple N. Netumbo Nandi Daitwa. So country పేరు కూడా n తోనే స్టార్ట్ అవుతోంది. సో 4 N's అన్నమాట ఇక్కడ. నమీబియా ఫిమేల్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ అన్నమాట. సో దెన్ ఫస్ట్ ఫిమేల్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద నమీబియా, అండ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఈజ్ విండ్హాక్. Capital city of the Namibia is Windhoek. Currency is Namibian dollar, NAD we call. ఇది కూడా కరెన్సీ కూడా n తోనే స్టార్ట్. సో అన్నీ ఎన్నే చూడండి ఇక్కడ. కరెన్సీ ఎన్నే, విండ్హాక్లో కూడా ఎన్ ఉంది. విండ్హాక్. సో ఫస్ట్ ఫిమేల్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద నమీబియా అండ్ స్వాన్ ఇన్ 21st March 2025. Long political career. Previously served as a vice president, deputy prime minister and minister of the international relations and cooperation. And here she is a member of SWAPO, Southwest Africa People's Organization. It's an important one. West African People's Organization. The party had led Namibia to independence and has ruled for decades. SWAPO is an important one, important party. So Namibia, triple N, currency as well, Namibian dollar, NAD, Namibian American dollar. So then symbol N dollar. And moving to this, it has enough chance to get asked. Namibia. Ahmed al-Sahara, country Syria, capital Damascus, currency Syrian pound. So Ahmed al-Sahara became the president of Syria. సో ఇప్పుడు న్యూస్లో సిరియా మనకి ఐఏ కదా, ఐఎస్ఐఎస్ కదా, ఐఎస్ఐఎస్, ఇరాక్ అండ్ సిరియా. సో this country, Ahmed al-Sahara, spelled as the Ahmed al-Sahara, became the president. So transitional period 2025, after the rebel forces toppled Bashar al-Assad, then he became the president of this particular country, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. So ISIS we know. Earlier than ISIS ruled this particular one, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. That's a part. Moving to the next one, Yamandu Ursi, Uruguay's 43rd president. 43rd president of Uruguay. So currency Uruguayan peso, then even Philippines currency also peso. Elected as a 43rd president of Uruguay, took office on 1st March 2025. So Uruguay is a South American nation. Uruguay, Paraguay, Peru, and then we have Brazil, Argentina. All these are South American nation or Latin American nation. Latin American nations. Currency is peso, Uruguayan peso. Mark Carney, Canada. The Canada capital city is Ottawa. And Canadian dollar is a currency here. Like the Mark Carney is one of the world's most influential economists and central bankers. The former governor of Bank of Canada as well. Then is the world's most influential economist. So మనకి కూడా అంటే స్పెషల్గా గ్లోబల్ మార్కెట్ని బాగా మంచి వేలో హోల్డ్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు. అలాగా అంటే టర్న్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు, అలాంటి వాళ్ళలో మనకి ఈయన కూడా ఎకానమీ పరంగా ఒకళ్ళగా చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. హీ ఎలక్టెడ్ యాజ్ అ ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్, పిఎం ఆఫ్ కెనడా. ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ కెనడా మార్క్ కార్నే. మన ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ విజిట్ కూడా చేశారు కదా. ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ విజిట్ మనకి జూన్లో సైప్రస్, కెనడా అండ్ క్రొయేషియా విజిట్ చేశారు కదా. అప్పుడు దానికి మన ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ని రిసీవ్ చేసుకున్న అక్కడ ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ ఈయన అనమాట, మార్క్ క్యార్నే. ఫార్మర్ గవర్నర్ ఆఫ్ ద బ్యాంక్ ఆఫ్ కెనడా ఇస్ అ ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్. మూవింగ్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్, Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister of Australia, Australian Prime Minister, and the capital Canberra, Australia's capital Canberra, currency Australian dollar, AUD. So then the Prime Minister, then who belongs to the Labour Party, centre left political orientation, Anthony Albanese. The Carol Nawrocki. So then I became the president of Poland, European nation, European country. The capital Warsaw, then Polish zloty is a currency, zloty. And then he became the president of Poland, Karol Nawrocki. And Lee Jae-myung, the South Korean president, recently appointed president of South Korea. And we know South Korean currency is won, Korean won. Capital city is Seoul. The 14th president of South Korea, on month June. Yeah, the Prime Minister of Ukraine. So here, like then burning nation, we have to discuss every time the president of this country comes into the picture. But like the first time, Yulia Svirdenko, the Prime Minister of Ukraine. So every time then in news as well, the president of Ukraine then we come across. That is Volodymyr Zelensky. He is a person that comes into the news for meetings and those. Volodymyr Zelensky. You can remember this name. Zelensky is the president and she is a prime minister. Yulia Svirdenko. And Ukraine is a capital. Ukraine's capital is Kyiv, Kyiv. And Ukrainian hryvnia is a currency, UAH. And the Prime Minister of Ukraine. Prime Minister of Ukraine, there is a chance to get asked important one. Ukraine is in news anyways. Moving to the next one, Sushila Karki. Sushila Karki, the South Asian country. South Asian country is a Prime Minister, that is Nepal. Nepal's Prime Minister, newly appointed Prime Minister. Capital we know, Kathmandu, and the Nepalese rupee is a currency. First women Chief Justice of the Nepal. She served from 2016 to 17 and known for her strong stance on judicial integrity and anti-corruption. And known for strong stance on judicial integrity and anti-corruption. Played a major role in several landmark Supreme Court judgments and authored an autobiographic book, Nyaya. So being a Chief Justice of Nepal, then she wrote a book, Nyaya, Justice, highlighting the challenges faced by women in the judiciary. Nyaya is a book written by her, is a autobiography. Sushila Karki, which country? Nepal. Sushila Karki, Nepal. And the next one, Inga Rusinain. Inga Rusinain, Lithuania, European country, which is close to then Belarus, Estonia, Latvia, nearby country. Capital Vilnius. Currency euro, and it is a Eurozone nation, 19th Eurozone nation. The Prime Minister of Lithuania, Inga Rusinain, Lithuania, the Prime Minister. Lithuania. Next one, Anithin Chernivirakul, the Prime Minister of Thailand, newly appointed Prime Minister of Thailand. The country Thailand, and current capital is Bangkok. Currency Thai baht. Baht is the currency. The Prime Minister, newly appointed Prime Minister of Thailand. Sebastian Lecornu, appointed as the Prime Minister of France. Prime Minister of France. But like generally in the Prime Minister of France, then very less than they come into the picture actually. Most of the cases then the president only then comes into the picture. Then we Emmanuel Macron. He is a president of France. Here we have, and Sebastian Lecornu then is appointed by this president, and the president of France, he the first elected in 2017, this President Emmanuel Macron, and then again 2022 he elected present President Emmanuel Macron. Most of the time then he comes into the picture, generally then for meetings and those like agreements for summits like G7, then he comes into the picture. Sebastian Lecornu then is now the newly appointed the Prime Minister of France, and we know capital of France is Paris, and currency is euro. Is a Eurozone nation, Eurozone country. Then appointed Prime Minister of France by President Emmanuel Macron, previously Minister of the Armed Forces. Now then he became the Prime Minister of the country, European country, France. Sanai Takaichi, there is a chance to get asked this one. Sanai Takaichi, the recently appointed Takaichi, Prime Minister of Japan. Prime Minister of Japan is an Asian country, Asian nation, we know, and it's a member of Japan is a member of G7, only Asian country which is a part of the group of 7 nations, industrially developed nations, is Japan. So capital we know Tokyo, and Japanese yen is the currency. On October 2025, she became the Japanese first women prime minister, and she is the leader of the Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, Liberal Democratic Party, Liberal Democratic Party. That is the context. So then these are related appointments, international level appointments, important appointments here we have. So try to focus on this. Certainly then we have enough chance to then get questions from this one. Thank you.